So hello guys, welcome again to my channel. This is a follow-up from the previous video I made about the trip to Gambia. So in this video I want to talk about the cost of the journey, which might be helpful to some of you who are interested in trying it. So from Nigeria to Cotonou, we paid 65,000 naira. It shouldn't cost that at all. I found out later. The guy told me that it's 15,000 naira per person, per seat. So if we are to take a drop, the whole car, which is four seats car, we will pay 60, and then he charged 5,000 for our luggage. I found out later that the guy really cheated us. He cheated us not so, in fact, he cheated us so badly. Because even at the border, he said he would go stamp my passport for me. He collected 5,000, making 70,000. So he really cheated us. And I found out later on our way coming back. On our way coming back, we paid 5,000 naira per seat from Cotonou to Nigeria. So if you are to go, it's between 3,000 to 5,000 per seat from Cotonou to, it's between 3,000 and 5,000 naira per person from mile 2 to Cotonou. So I'm just telling you this so that you won't be cheated. Because even apparently before I went to make an inquiry the day before, a guy who is actually from Cotonou, who lives in Nigeria, told me it's only 3,000 to travel from mile 2 to Cotonou. But at least when we were coming back, we paid 5,000. So now I know it's between 3,000 and 5,000 naira per person to travel from mile 2 to Cotonou. So that addressed. So you wouldn't have to pay what I paid. So now from Cotonou to Gambia, we went to this African Tours, which is a bus, luxurious bus that takes people to Gambia. They charged us 95,000 naira per person to take us to Gambia. But people who would go from Cotonou to Mali, they charged us 65,000 naira. But unfortunately for us, yes, they charged that amount, but they didn't take us to Gambia. They dumped us in Mali and connected us with one rubbish transport company to take us further to Gambia. So guys, what I'm telling you here is that only buy your ticket from Cotonou to Mali. Yes, a lot of people advised us to do that. So Cotonou to Mali. And I want to also add this. Don't travel with African Tours for now. 2, 3, 4 people told us that from 2019, African Tours are no good anymore. Because our bus anyway broke down the way. Two days we slept on the road. Plus the fact that they dumped us at Mali and told us and connected to another rubbish, dirty, slum environment bus company. So 2 major issues with that company, which I agree with those people that advised us next time, don't travel with African Tours, travel with Tupac. The Tupac are better. Tupac, T-O-P-U-K, bus company. So anyway, so that's what we paid. So in your case, you probably would have paid 65,000 naira to Mali. And from Mali, you pay like something like, you can get between 20, not straight to Gambia, sorry. From Mali, you get a bus that will take you to Senegal. The bus we got from Mali that took us to Senegal charged us 17,000 naira, which is 17,000 safer, because as of then, safer and naira were almost the same when we changed the money. So let me say we paid 17,000 safer, which is equivalent to 17,000 naira roughly. So we paid 17,000 safer from Mali to Senegal. And then from Senegal, you pay, you get a transport. I think you pay like 250 CFA or so. Yeah, but 250 CFA. Yeah, I've forgotten the amount. I wish I can, but it's not much. You pay that a taxi from that spot, they drop you. The last bus stop in Senegal. Then they take you to that. Then you take another taxi. That one is about 35-40 minutes journey from that spot to the Alhamdu, that border between Senegal and so the taxi will take you from that spot. I think they call it Basse. I'm not too sure. Sorry, I'll try and find out. But I'm not too sure. Anyway, the final, if you board a bus from Mali to Senegal, there's a final stop they stop you. Just go to the last stop in Senegal. Or ask the bus driver, where can you drop? Because you're going to the border to border ferry to Gambia. You know. So when they drop you there, you take a taxi to that border, because they won't drop you at the border. You take a taxi to that border. I think that cost us about, what it was, 250 CFA, if I remember well, between 200 and 500 CFA, I think. But I think it's less than 1,000 CFA, because it's a big bus. It's a car or a small mini bus where you pay per person. So that one takes you to that border where you will board the ferry into Gambia. And the ferry costs quite little. I think it's about $25, and then the dollar to dollar is $52 to $1, $52 to $1. And then at that border you have the immigration, Gambia and Senegal immigration. Either of them or both of them will still charge you, ask you to pay money. But you can also try and beg, because I think I begged one of them and he didn't collect money, because the taxi driver came to explain something to him. So I begged, I said, look, I paid all through, I don't have any more money to pay anymore. So he let me go. But the Gambian one didn't. He still collected whether 3,000 CFA or 5,000 CFA, for two people. So you can try your best, sometimes beg them and see if they don't budge, but make sure you don't beg them for too long so that your boss will not drop you. That's coming from. So anyway, what I did, I begged at that port. I begged the other was Senegal. It was a Senegal I begged, and he let me go. I'm talking of that. So that means you will hit two borders of Senegal. One on the way, on the highway. Then the second one is at the place where we will board the ferry to Gambia. So that one, I begged that one, and he let me go. I think the reason why he did that, because he already knew that I paid for the Senegal border on the highway. So he let go. But the Gambia one, he refused. He collected 3,000 CFA, between 3,000 and 5,000 CFA from me. So, and then we bought the ferry. The ferry was $25 into Gambia. And $52 is equal to $1. And then back to the immigrations. Along the way, I know I paid per person 5,000. One collected 3,000. I think that was Burkina Faso. They are not too tough, the Burkina Faso. But the Mali, the Senegal, even the Togo collect about 5,000. Yes, that's our journey. Our journey going to Gambia. I will still make another video about our journey coming back. So our journey going to Gambia, we paid 3,005. I think it was only one or two places we paid. One place we paid 3,000. The other were collecting 5,000. I think Senegal collected 10,000 at the spot. And where he requested for the 10,000, I begged. He refused. I begged him to reduce. There were two of us. So we ended up paying $20,000. They can be very nasty. So be prepared for that. So we paid 10,000. We paid only 10,000 in one place, one of the borders, but the other ones were collecting between 5,000 and 3,000, 5,000, 3,000 as a Nigerian. I guess other citizens. I don't know what they collect from those ones, But as far as a Nigerian, they collected between 5,000 and 3,000 in most of the places, but only one place collected 10,000 per head. And someone even told me sometime. I remember someone had told me before some years ago. This is a woman that traveled frequently by bus. He said that they feel Nigerians have money, so most of those borders they charge us more than other citizens of other countries. So I hope this information about the cost is a bit helpful. So you can add it up. But the major one is what. So anyway, we dropped at Banjul, and from Banjul it cost us $400 to go into the main town, which is Senegambia. And in Senegambia, you have different types of hotels. You have hotels, you have self-catering, you have, and I think the cheapest that we found was, at that night, was $22,000 per night. But then again, some days later, we found another one which was like $1,000. But during that period, I was made to understand that from November to April, that's the high season, where even hotels charges go higher. But anything from April to October ending, you get cheaper apartment, cheaper lodge, But November to April is the high season where tourists troop into the country. And truly, they have a whole lot of white Europeans coming in. Yes, I have witnessed that. You have a lot of them. They actually enjoy Gambia because it's cheaper for them, and also Gambia is surrounded by water. White people like to enjoy themselves by the waters. So I think the two main reasons why they come is they have beaches all around and it's cheaper for them. And the violence in Gambia, against foreigners is almost zero. Well, physical ones. I don't know about the silent ones. So at least physical violence, you hardly see fights on the road, physical, even at the garage bus, you hardly see people, fighting physical, unlike Nigeria, where you see that happen a lot. Yeah, I'm a Nigerian, but I have to tell you that happens, yeah. You see physical fight.